Hello. Right, my name's Danny. Those who don't know me, I blog on the Whiteboard blog. I tweet far too much on Danny Nick. I'm not in the classroom as much these days. I'm basically a teacher trainer, and I do PGC lecturing, the Lyricky skit down the road, and do writing from time to time as well. What I want to talk to you about today is a little thing that helps with these things. These are the buzzwords that we hear a lot in schools. We get assessment for learning, assessment of learning. There's lots of different ways of doing it, and there's lots of expensive things that you can buy that do it. So I've, in my time, used various combinations of these. I'm sure some of you have as well. There's Turning Point, there's the Promethean stuff, Quizdom, and Smart Response, and so on. I quite like that, because that's quite cheap. Ask a question, they put their hand up, you get an answer, we know who knows what. That's quite cool. The problem with a lot of the solutions, apart from the waving the hands in the air, is they all cost a lot of money. So I've been playing around with various things, and this is one that I've found that I really like. I want to share it with you today. And I'm going to try and do this as an interactive session, which means that you're going to do a quiz. And you're going to answer the quiz on whatever device you happen to be holding in your hot little hands at the moment. Now, there is a little issue with Socrative in that it is a 50-user quiz. So I can only have 50 of you. So I'm kind of staring at it. I'm guessing that means that you may have to share a few of you. So the first 50 to get logged in can do the quiz. This might mean that half of you don't want to do the quiz, because it's a science quiz. So what I'd like you to try and do, please, is to go to this web address on whatever device you've got in your hands, whether it's an iPhone, your iPad, your Chromes, your whatevers. If you can get on the internet, open up Safari, open up a browser, and go to m.socrative.com/student. And with a bit of luck, I'll see whether I've got my app running. 4 people in so far. It's going to ask you for a room number. When it gives you the room number, type in 55710. 6 are in successfully so far. I'm going to just sort of quit and just show you the screen that I get as the teacher. So as all of you that are trying to log in, 55710 is the number. 28 students in my room at the moment. So this is the quiz that I set up, or a room that I set up. It's free to do this. I just joined the website a little while ago. And I'm going to run a quiz. So 32 people in there. I'm going to start a quiz. And the quiz I'm going to do is the TeachMeet sample science quiz. No pressure. Right. So with a bit of luck, there are 38 of you, 41 of you, and you should now have questions on your handsets. It should be asking you some questions. Is that right? I can't see. Yes. The first question of which is, what is your name? That's really helpful because it means I can then collect those results in later on. So I've got people like Mickey Mouse, thank you, welcome. Albert Einstein. If we get two Mickey Mice, I guess, then it'll be quite interesting. 2 Mickey Mouses. Roy Bird, come on, Roy. Right, start with the questions. I'm not going to make you go for the whole quiz. We'll just do 2 or 3 to get an idea of how this works. Okay? How are we going for time?
Halfway.
Brilliant. Okay, it's all right then. Ninja teacher. Yeah, it's hiding in the back there somewhere. Yeah. At the same time, there is an instructive app for the iPads and iPhones and iOS devices. So I've got the app running here, so I can actually do the same thing from my iPad as well. So I can see who's doing what. At the moment, there are people that are... Stephen Drew's nearly done. Rachel H, Will Montgomery, Jonathan. There we go, there you go. These are the guys you've got to sit next to copy their answers. Right. Oops. Come on. No pressure, but you know, you're kind of being beaten. Right, I'll give you 10 seconds more and I'm going to stop the quiz. So, one more question. And I think we'll stop it there. Right, now fingers crossed. Sorry guys. Fingers crossed, what it will then do is once the quiz is finished, it'll open up an Excel spreadsheet for me with all of your results in. I can save that at the time, I can leave that for later. I can go in, I'll hide that now in case you're embarrassed. I can go in at any point and access that data, get the Excel spreadsheet, it tells me the questions and so on. Here we go. So, for those that couldn't access it, this was how the questions looked. Any device can do this. And I did this with my PGCE teacher trainees. There was 30 in the room. I just basically get out of your phone, get out your laptop, we're on the computers, we'll do this quiz. Last year, I had to try and give out a set of smart response, get them registered, give them out, work it all out, get everything sort of working, and it was a pain. And we had 25 who had to share. With this, everybody could have at least some way of getting on their device and doing this quiz. There are a couple of issues with it. Obviously, if you know my room number, you may not necessarily be in my room. So there would be problems in schools with a kid in the room upstairs doing Mrs. Smith's quiz because he looks better than Mrs. Jenkins' quiz because he knows what her room number is. So you will get a few problems, but hopefully that'll be sorted out in the future. But as a free piece of kit, Socrative as a way, I've only known about this for a few months. I love it, and as people going to schools finding out about it are starting to use it with their kids. As long as you've got a device they can use it on, iPods, iPod Touches, class sets of laptops, whatever you've already got, you've spent the money on those, you don't need to spend any money on other things. I hope that's me done, and I shall shut up there. There's more about this on my blog, but thank you very much for listening.